Hello and good day mga ka-sellers. I'm Karine, your accountant for today, and our topic will be itong mixed income earners, or ang ipapakita natin dito is a small background of the BIR forms, background ng mixed income earner, then ano ba yung uh, basic or comparative computation for non-BAT, yung more than 500k yung gross sales dun sa business natin. So, another topic na po siguro yung mga less than 250, then less than din yung 250 kapag pinagsama yung income ni seller sa compensation tsaka yung business is hindi siya papasok sa 250 pa din. So, ayun. So, disclaimer po muna tayo, no? So, this computation is not absolute. Minsan nagkakamali, and then baka may mga bagong regulations na i this is based on my knowledge lang and based on the BAR regulation as of today na March 2024. If may changes beyond this, pwede magbago yung computation. Then, ang isa-cite natin na examples is based on 1701Q and 1701A. Then, this video is for the purpose lang na magkaroon kayo ng idea about tax filing na isang mixed income tax earner. So, ayun. Hindi ito for purely business, ganyan. So, para lang magkaroon kayo ng idea. So, yung computation will depend sa kung magkano yung, syempre, kung magkano yung actual nyo na sales, kung magkano yung actual nyo na compensation. So, yung mga samples dito, as if sample lang talaga siya. Okay. So, dito muna tayo sa definition of an mixed income earner, no? So, the BIR states that they are those engaged in trade, business, or profession while also earning compensation income. So, dalawa siya, compensation plus kung engage ka ng trade, business, or profession. So, in short, you could be a full-time employee at a company while having a side business or part-time job. So, ganun siya. So, example of side business or part-time job could be, yun, freelancing work from overseas clients, rental fees from rented properties, online selling, ito tayo, no? So, parang employee ka plus nag-online selling ka pa. Then, being an influencer, consultancy work, having a franchise, or part-time photography. Yun siya. So, ano ba yung mga documentary requirements para makapag-register ka as mixed income earner sa BIR? So, to get your certificate of registration as a mixed income earner or yung COR, kailangan mo lang government ID with your name, birthday, and address, accomplish BIR Form 1901 in triplicate, then professional, kung professional ka, LGU issued occupational licit or PTR. Tapos kung sole proprietor ka naman, yung DTI mo. Tapos yung mayor's permit. Tapos yung or itong application for authority to print para makapagpa-print ka ng invoices. Then sample nung receipts and invoices. Yun, for stamping and bookkeeping, and yan. So, ganito yung application for registration natin. So, meron dyan, dapat ito, mixed income earner. Kung compensation earner ka and professional, pero meron ding mixed income earner na compensation, tapos single professional proprietorship or professional. Yan siya. Ito yung mga mixed income. Ito din, meron din compensation income, and single proprietor. So, tatlo siya. Meron siyang compensation income plus, kung may business ka, compensation income plus, kung professional ka, or mixed income, compensation plus single business plus kung professional ka. Ganyan siya. So, what are our basic forms to submit, no? So basically, ang i-submit natin is itong quarterly percentage tax 2551Q if nag-opt ka ng graduated income tax rate. So, kapag 8%, hindi mo na kailangan itong quarterly percentage tax. So, income tax return, meron tayong 1701Q, which is quarterly. Then, 1701 lang, which is yung for the mixed income earners. So, ano ba yung mga options natin for filing? Siyempre, may option 1, 3% percentage tax return and income tax return with graduated income tax rate but using itemized deduction as your deduction. Itong itemized deduction is for mga supplier is nagbibigay naman ng receipts or invoices. Then option 2, 3% percentage tax and income tax return with graduated pero using optional standard deduction which is 40%. So, itong option 2 is good din for convenience and kasi no need ng invoices ni supplier. So, option 3 is yung income tax return with 8% tax on gross sales lang. So, explain na. Etong option 3 is goods din kapag yung supplier mo hindi nga nagbibigay ng invoices. So, next, dito mag-start akong mag-present ng mga quarterly forms and annual forms para ma-identify nyo yung iba't ibang forms. So, dito start tayo sa 2511Q. Ito yung quarterly na percentage tax. Ginagamit to ng mga naka 3% tsaka ng mga graduated tax return. So, kung meron dun sa COR nyo na may percentage tax return, kailangan nyo mag-submit na ito. Then, ayan. So, ayan naman siya. May for the year, quarterly. So, first, second, third, fourth. Then, yan, may taxpayer's name. Are you availing tax reliefs? No naman, ganyan. So, dito kasi sa item number 3, so, ang sabi kasi dyan, only for individuals taxpayer whose sales are subject to percentage tax under section 116 of the tax as amended. Tapos, tinatanong ka niya, kung i-avail mo itong, kung graduated tax rate ka ba on net taxable income, I said net taxable income, or i-choose mo itong 8% tax on gross receipts and so, to be filled out lang ito sa initial quarter of the taxable year. Pero as safety, yung iba, kung kunyari, etong kasi ito, every first quarter siya nilalagyan, di ba? So, first quarter of the year, may option ka to change ng mga rates. Kung 3% ka ba, plus itemized or OSD, or 8%. Pero, yung option mo na yan on the first quarter should be, yun na yung magiging constant mo for the whole year. So, ayun. So, yung mga minsan, 'di ba, may dun sa COR natin may quarterly percentage tax return. Tapos inisip natin ay parang mas benefited ako with 8% income tax rate. So, pwede mo siyang i-choose na 8% ka ngayon year. 8% ka ngayon year. So, ito lang. Pero as safety, yung iba fina-file na din yung first, yung second, third, fourth quarter kapag pinili na nila to. Pero lagi nilang chine-check yung ito. Yan siya. Pero kapag graduated ka, always kang graduated ang pipiliin mo. Always ka magpa-file netong 2551Q. Yun. So, next natin, ito namang 1701Q, ito yung pang quarterly ni quarterly income tax. Ito, applicable to sa lahat kahit na mixed income earner ka or business lang or professional lang. So, dito kasi may item na if using ka ng graduated tax return, ang i-choose mo, remember, ang topic natin ngayon is mixed income tax. Mixed income earner. So, single proprietor, kung syempre Shopee tayo, so single proprietor, tapos pipiliin mo to kung gusto mo graduated or eto kung gusto mo yung 8%. Remember, ulitin ko na first quarter of the year, kailangan fix na yung mind mo kung ano yung gagamitin mo for the whole year kasi bawal pa iba-iba. Kunyari, gusto mo ngayong quarter 8% ka, tapos next quarter graduated, bawal yun, mape-penalty ka. So, ayan siya. So, next natin is etong 1701Q pa din, pero mixed earner. Tapos, i-show ko yung ano natin yung sample natin. Kunyari, ang pinili mo is single proprietor kasi nga Shopee tayo or online selling tayo. Then, mixed income earner tapos graduated income tax rate. So, yung 3% yun. So, kapag itemized deduction ka, ito yung lalabas sa 1701Q. Ibig sabihin, pwede mong lagyan yung sales mo, of course. Then, itong cost of sales, pwede mo din lagyan. Editable siya. So, ito automatic compute. Tapos, itong allowable deduction, ano din siya, editable. Itong cost of sales is, remember, kapag itemized deduction ka, lahat ng expenses is pwede mong kunin. So, itong cost of sales or services, ito yung puhunan mo sa isang bagay. Kunyari, shoes. Nagre-resell ka ng shoes. Kung magkano yung bili mo dun sa supplier mo, ito dito mo ilalagay. Yan. So, itong total allowable itemized deduction is, ito naman yung mga, kunyari, ang ginamit mo siya for, nag-expend ka ng percentage tax, nag-expend ka ng, may expenses ka like internet, syempre, online selling tayo, pwede mo siyang ilagay dyan, tao, kung nagpapasahod ka, kung meron mang iba't ibang expenses na pwede mong ilagay dyan, office supplies, ganyan, transportation, pwede yan dyan. So, editable siya, pwede mo siyang i-claim, yan. So, itong OSD, hindi siya claim, wala siyang option to edit, kasi nga, hindi ka naman, OSD. So, ayan, automatic compute, kung may other, income, yan. So, yan siya. Pero kapag optional standard deduction ka, yung sales lang ang editable. Then, ito, mag-gray out. Gray out din yung allowable deduction. Itong OSD, gray out siya kasi automatic si form yung mag-compute nung 40%, ayan, 40% of the item 36. Yan siya. Automatic yan. So, ayan siya. Yan, pwede mo na lang siyang yan. So, automatic magko-compute yan. So, ang natin dito, ang source natin dito is yung eBIR forms. Mada-download siya sa BIR website. So, another, to show lang, 1701Q, itong 1701Q, sabi na, ay quarterly, kaya may Q siya. So, graduated tax rate. So, ito, ipapakita ko lang, Kapag sa quarterly tax returns natin, 1701Q, kapag below 250 pa siya, ayan, below 250 ang taxable income, wala pa siya. Wala pa siyang tax due. Kahit na mixed income earner yung pinili mo. So, 0 pa din siya. So, andito pa siyang sa line na to. Pero, kapag umangat ka na, yung taxable net taxable income mo is naging 300 na or lumagpas na sa 250 mark, itong 250. So, meron ka na. So, 15% ng excess ng 250 yan. Excess of 250. So, 100, di yata. Yan. Yung excess ng 250 is, so, 50,000 times 15% siya. Kaya, naging 7.5 yung ano niya. So, automatic compute yan. Kaya, naka-gray siya. So, ganyan siya. So, again, kapag sa quarterly, kapag graduated tax, kapag lumagpas lang ng 250, tsaka ka lang magkakaroon ng tax due. Ganyan siya. So, another natin is yung mixed income earner naman kung 8% tax rate. So, ang pipiliin mo, single proprietor, mixed income na 8%. So, ganyan. So, dito, ipapakita, hindi, may schedule siya, schedule number 2. So, ang editable lang is yung other, non-operating income and the sales. So, yan nga. Net of sales return, allowances, and discounts. Hindi net of charges ng Shopee. So, gross sales is net of sales return, allowances, and discounts lang, hindi kasama ang charges. So, ganun lang siya. So, ang taxable income for the quarter, ayan siya. Tapos, i-add mo. Kung second quarter na to, i-add mo yung previous quarter. Kung ano siya, kung third quarter, fourth quarter, i-add mo yung mga previous quarter. So, ayan siya. So, cumulative siya, lalabas. Tapos, mag-gray out na rin tong 250. Kasi nga, mixed income earner ka. So, hindi na siya allowed. Dito may nakalagay, oh. Allowable reduction of the gross sales receipts and other non-operating income of purely self-employed. Ayan, purely ka. And the amount of 250. Pag purely ka lang, pwede mong ilagay yung 250 dyan as allowable deduction. Kaso, mixed income earner ka. So, bawal. Gray out siya. No, hindi siya editable. So, ayan siya. So, taxable income times 8% lang siya. So, yun yung magiging tax due mo. So, ito yung BIR form 2316. Ito yung dapat nyong hingiin dun sa kay employer nyo. Every year, ibibigay ito sa inyo. So, every February or March, dapat may ibigay na to sa inyo. So, ano ba nakalagay dyan is yung employer name. Yan. Tapos, employee's name. Yan. Tax information mo. Then, meron din dyan employer's name. Tapos, ito yung TIN. So, yan yung mga ilalagay mo. Tapos, meron dyan, gross compensation income, less yung mga non-taxable exempt. Kasi, may mga, CHR na yung bahala dyan. So, gross income, yun yung, yun yung gross talaga. Tapos, itong mga non-taxable, yung mga hindi subject sa tax. Tapos, ang taxable income mo na lang is ganyan. Tapos, kung may income ka from previous employer, yan nakalagay dyan. So, bahala na si employer na mag-fill out dito. Then, i-assign mo na lang siya. Ayan. Ito dito. Employee signature yan dito. Yan, employee signature. Dapat may sign ka. Tapos ipapasa nila yan sa BIR. Yung copy. So, ayan. So, dito naman tayo sa annual income tax earner. So, kapag purely business income ka, business income or professional, ang mo is may A dito. Kung purely. Pero kung wala, kung mix ka, tsaka ang gamit mo is itemized, ito lang, 1701 lang. Okay? Yan, nakalagay dyan. Annual income tax return, including mixed income earner, estate, and trust. Ayan. Ayan siya. Makakalagay naman dyan. So, ayan siya. Tax identification. Yan. Tapos yan, mixed income earner. Kung graduated income tax rate. Kung 8%. So, dito sa part 5, ano mo yung gross compensation income. So, sino ba yung taxpayer? Yan. Tapos may employer. Name of employer to ha. Name of employer, employer's TIN, yung nakalagay dun sa 2316 mo. So, ayan. So, ilalagay mo dyan kung magkano yung gross compensation income, tapos kung magkano yung tax withheld ni employer sa'yo. Tapos, ayan, mag-automatic yan, maglalagay yan dito, tapos, ilalagay mo yung non-taxable exempt mo na nakalagay dun sa 2316 kanina. Ayan. So, ayan yung 1701 na part 5 na yung computation of tax. So, ayan siya. Ayan, as I said kanina, ganyan siya. Shorter term period. Tapos, and ito yung mga details. Kailangan lang date of birth, email address, citizenship, contact number. Tapos, kung may civil status, yan. Tapos, if married, meron bang income yung spouse mo? Kung gusto mong, kung yes, pwede kang mag-joint filing, pwede naman din separate filing. So, usually, ang ginagawa namin is separate filing para hindi magulo. Para hindi rin agad makita kung magkano yung total income nyo. Pero kung pwede naman din na pagsamahin nyo kung sakaling maglo-loan kayo, ganyan. So, income exempt from tax. Kung BMBE ka, lalagay mo yan dyan. Marami naman yan. Kung special rate ka, yan. So, hindi ko pala i-discuss yung BMBE kasi hindi ako masyadong familiar with BMBE. So, hindi pa ako nakakatanong sa mga colleagues ko kung paano yung BMBE. So, ayun. Dito, ipipiliin mo yung tax rate mo kung graduated, tapos pipili ka kung itemized or optional, tapos 8%. Okay. So, dito naman tayo sa BIR form 1701, yung ngayon nga yung annual, tapos mixed income earner ka, tapos ang pipiliin mo is itemized deduction. So, dito, naka-open nga. Ito, ang income tax return na to is for annual. So, kukumputin mo yung lahat-lahat na ng income mo for the whole year. So, as I said, itong sales is not editable siya. So, less mo yung sales returns and allowances, editable din siya. Ito, automatic compute, cost of sales. Ayan. Kalagay, applicable only if availing income itemized deduction. Yan siya. So, etong ordinary allowable itemized deduction is blackout siya kasi dito mo siya ilalagay. Yan. Dito yung pagkaka-itemize niya. Sa Schedule 4, yan. So, ano-ano ba yung mga pwede nating kapag itemized deduction ka? Remember, itemized deduction tayo. So, ano-ano ba yung pwede nating i-claim as expenses? So, may amortization, bad debts, charitable depletion, yan. Ito mga yan. Interest, losses, pension trust, rental, salaries, SSS, yan. Itong salaries and SSS, yung mga employee mo yan. Yung mga pinasasweldo mo. Taxes and licenses, kasama dyan yung percentage tax na babayaran mo, mayor's permit, kung meron. Tapos yan, transportation, mga professional fees, professional fee, kung may bookkeeper ka, yung accountant, ganyan. Tapos, kung hindi lang naman yun yung expenses mo, pwede ka pa magdagdag. Yan. Pwede yan siya. Dagdagan. So, ayan. Ito is short lang naman. So, paano naman kapag OSD? Ito, automatic compute siya. So, ang pwede mo lang i-edit is yung sales. Then, sales returns, editable. Ayan. Ito, hindi na kasi, hindi na editable kasi optional standard deduction na yung pinili mo. So, itong OSD, allowable. Ito pala yun. Or OSD. So, hindi na, blackout siya kasi automatic compute na yan. So, ayan. Yan na naman siya. So, kapag 8% income tax rate ka naman, ayan, ito lang yung editable na, sabi ko nga, net of sales allowances and discounts na. Tapos, kung may other operating, again, di pwede yung for ano lang to, allowable deduction is for 250, for self-employed, purely self-employed or for professional. So, taxable income ng business, ayan. Tapos, i-add yung compensation income ng business, yan. So, medyo mahaba-haba na. So, ayan, na-discuss ko na yan kanina na ano lang, na doble. So, itong sample natin, no? Sample tayo for mixed income earner, graduated tax rate, using OSD na lang to, no? Para hindi na tayo mag-compute nung mga expenses natin. So, ayan, kunyari, ang gross compensation income mo kay employer na nakalagay sa 2316, itong 500. Tapos, ang non-taxable dun na exempt, kasi may mga, kunyari, rice allowance, tapos, 13th month pay, ganyan. May mga non-taxable exempt na compensation. So, marami yun. Marami yung parang nasa de minimi. Yan. So, ang taxable compensation income mo na lang is 350. Tapos, automatic compute na rin. Ay, ito yung automatic compute to ni BIR forms. Tapos, yan. Tapos, dito, ilalagay mo na lang naman if graduated, fill in 8 to 24. Itong 8 to 24. Mag-fill out yan. So, OSD to, ang sales natin, kunyari, is 900. So, sales return, kung may sales return ka, ilagay mo. Pero, as example lang, wala na lang. So, 900,000. Ang gross income mo from operation is, for operation or business is 900. Tapos, bawal ka dito sa deduction of allowable. Tapos, optional standard deduction is 40% ng 900,000, which is 360. So, 540 siya. So, taxable income mo for business is 540,000. So, ang taxable income mo, compensation and business, pinagsama siya, ito yan, 350 plus 540 is 890. So, ang magiging tax due mo is 125. Ito ay galing sa graduated tax rate. So, explain ko din naman mamaya yung mga ano. So, ayan siya. So, di ba ang tax due mo is 125. Tapos, ito automatic doon sa pinilapan mo kanina doon sa part ng compensation, yung may employer's TIN. Then, ito yung nasa unahan. Ang magiging tax payable mo na lang is itong 110. Kasi itong 125, di ba, ito na yung tax mo. Pero may 2316 ka from employer na 15. So, ang tax payable mo na lang is 110. Again, this is for annual. Yun. So, dito naman tayo sa 8% tax rate. 500. Ito, lalagay mo yung TIN ni employer mo dito. Then, ayan siya. 500, 15,000 yung tax withheld niya. Ayan. Same yung kanina. So, if same, 900,000. So, 72,000 yung 900 times 8% is 72,000. So, ang total tax due mo for compensation is 72 plus 15,000 is 87,000. So, ang magiging 87,000, 'di ba? So, ang magiging tax payable mo 87, then less 15 yung sa 2316 mo nga. is equal to 72. So, parang ang nangyari, ito lang talaga siya. So, parang walang masyadong bearing yung compensation income mo. Kasi nga, may tax withheld ka na doon. Tapos, itong ano. Again, bawal yung 250 kasi nga, nagamit na siya sa compensation mo. So, ayan. Yun yung mga sample natin for these mga forms. Para lang maintindihan nyo mamaya kung mag-actual computation na tayo. So, dito na tayo sa actual compensation natin. No? Actual computation. So, ito. Option 1 natin is yung 3% percentage tax return and income tax return with graduated income tax rate using itemized deduction. So, ayan. Kung sample natin, net compensation income. So, katulad nga nung sample dun sa kanina. 350 yung annual. Net na yun 2316 from employer is 15,000. So, business income natin, kunyari is, ang gross sales natin is 900 annual. Ano na to net of discounts, sales returns, yan. Ang qualified expenses mo is 630. Binuo ko na lang siya. So, including na dyan yung puhunan, Shopee charges, and percentage tax. So, 900, parang ang ano niya, ang total expenses mo is 70% ng groceries mo. So, ayan. So, sa quarterly percentage tax return natin, magiging, ano siya, first quarter, 225,000 times 3%. So, ano lang yun, 900. Sample lang naman to. So, yung 900 is dinivide natin by 4 para makuha yung quarterly natin. Kasi nga, kunyari, fix yung nagiging, nagiging income mo. Yan. Sample lang to. Pero, base pa rin talaga sa actual to. So, sample, first quarter, 6,750 yung percentage tax mo na babayaran out of pocket. Same with second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. Pag actual to, hindi to same lahat. So, yan. Total is 27,000 yung quarterly percentage tax return mo. So, for annual income tax return naman, so dalawa ang natin, 'di ba? Percentage tax and the income tax return. So, kapag annual income tax return, ang annual sales mo is 900,000. So, less expenses. Since itemized tayo, pwede natin gamitin yung expenses. Kunyari, nandiyan na yung cost of sales and allowable deduction. So, ang net business income natin is 270,000. So, ipa-plus natin yung net compensation income, which is the 350,000. So, ang total natin na mixed taxable income is 620,000. So, ang tax due niyan, based on the tax table, is, diba, 620, papasok siya dito sa above 400 to 800. So, 20% ng excess of 400. So, ang excess ng 400 natin is 220 times yung 20%, 44,000 siya, plus yung 22,500. So, 66,500 yung tax due mo based on the tax table. So, ang withholding natin dyan is 2316 sorry, 2316 from employer is yung 15,000. Ito nga yun. Tapos, since 900,000 ka na, required na si Shopee mag-withhold sa'yo. So, sabihin na natin, ang kay Shopee is 2307. Yung 2307 na ibibigay sa'yo na Shopee is worth 4,050. Ayan siya. So, gross remittance to. So, basta, sample lang naman to. So, ang na-receive mo na total na 2307 from Shopee is 4,050. So, 66,000 less yung 15,000 from 2316 ng supplier, less yung 2307 from Shopee, TikTok, or kung sino man yung nagwi-withhold sa inyo. Then, yung ang total tax payable mo na lang sa, kumbaga, out of pocket na babayaran mo sa BIR is 47,450. This is only for the annual income tax return. So, in total, may percentage tax tayo na 27,000 plus yung income tax return na 47,450. So, total out of pocket natin is 74,450. Yan siya. So, ganyan yung computation kung itemized deduction. Again, kapag itemized deduction, may mga resibo ka from suppliers and other resibo. Medyo kailangan mo lang talaga ng laging laging mag-record. Every record ng expenses, every sales, ganyan. So, what is the option 2 naman? Ito naman tayo sa computation for option 2. So, ito naman, percentage tax again, pero ang gamit natin is OSD. Yon, sample natin is same 350,000 annual compensation. Then, ang 2316 natin from employer is 15,000. Then, ang gross sales natin is 900,000. Annual na to. So, same. Kasi same lang naman yung natin, yung business income na 900. So, 27,000 pa din yung income tax for percentage tax return natin. So, for annual income tax return naman, or 1701 again, ang inano ko lang dito is annual kasi nga meron pa rin tayong reporting for quarterly. For easier easier understanding kasi ang annual naman is parang summarize na siya ng buong year. So, ayan siya. Annual sales natin is 900,000. Expenses natin is yung OSD, which is the 40% is 900 times 40% is 360. Dito lang tayo magkakaiba. Kasi dun 'di ba sa itemize 630 yata yung natin expenses kasi may mga suppliers invoices tayo. So dito pinili mo na lang yung 40% kasi wala kang mga suppliers invoice. So yan. So 360, so bale ang net business income natin is 540 plus yung compensation income natin para makuha natin yung total mixed taxable income natin. So 890 siya. 540 plus 350 is 890,000. So based on tax table, ang tax due natin would be dito na tayo papasok, 'di ba? Since nandito na tayo. So 25% na siya in excess of 800,000. So 890 less 800,000 natin is 90,000. Ita times natin siya by 25%. 22,000 yung lalabas. Plus, yung 102,500. So, 125,000 yung tax base natin or yung tax due. Again, ililess natin yung withholding. Ito, ano ba itong withholding? Ibig sabihin, in behalf of you, nag-advance payment na si employer ng 15,000 sa BIR. Then, itong 2307, advance payment na si Shopee kay BIR ng 4,050. So, since advance payment siya, pwede mo siyang i-less sa total tax due mo. So, ang total tax payable mo na lang is 105,000 for income tax return. So, ganyan siya. So, ang total tax due natin based on tax table is 125,000 less yung 2316 less yung 2307. So, 105,950 na lang yung for tax return natin. So, ang percentage tax natin is 27,000. Income tax return is 105,950. So, ang total out of pocket natin is 132,950. So, ayan. Magkakaroon na tayo ng comparison mamaya. So, ito naman, option 3 is 8% income tax rate on gross sales. So, net compensation income is 350, 316 from the employer is 15,000. So, ang business income is, ang gross sales is 900K. Annual na to. So, percentage tax return, wala tayo kasi nga, in lieu 8% is in lieu of percentage tax natin at graduated tax rate. So, ganyan. Ang annual income tax return natin, ang computation is business income, 900,000 times 8%, 72,000. Tapos, compensation income natin is, ayan, ang tax due natin. Magiging ganyan. Magkahiwalay siya ng computation dun sa 1701. So, ang computation for income tax, ang tax due dito, ito naman yung tax due, compensation and business. So, sa business tax, 72,000, compensation tax due is 15,000. So, ang total tax due natin is 87,000. So, less withholding ulit kasi advance payment na ngayon. So, 2316 from employer is 15,000. So, ito parang nag-offset lang siya kasi yun talaga yung ano niya. Tapos, less 2307 from Shopee. So, ito lang yun. Less ito. So, yan siya. Para magkaiba yung computation for business. Pero, dun sa 1701 mismo, nakakombine siya. Pero, yun nga. Ang total tax payable natin is 67,950. Yan. So, in comparison natin, no. So, option 1, ang itemized ang option 1, itemized. Option 2, OSD. Option 3 is 8%. So, percentage tax is 27,000 for option 1 and 2. Income tax is 47 for option 1. Option 2 is 105. Option 3 is 67. So, total out of pocket natin is option 1 is 74,000. Option 2 is 132,000. Option 3 is 67,000. So, dito, no, parang okay pa din talaga yung 8% kasi mas mababa and less hassle. So, dito naman, kasi may mga nagtataka, hindi na ba kami magpa-file ng income tax return? Quarterly income tax return. Again, magpapasa pa din, no? So, ang diniscuss ko lang kanina is yung annual kasi para mas madali i-explain. Pero dito, explain ko kung paano yung magiging nyo, kung quarterly. So, ganito siya. Ito, OSD na to kasi para hindi ko na ipakita yung mga itemized. Kasi nga, medyo magulo. Kasi magkakaroon niya ng cost of sales, expenses, ganyan. Pero ito nga yun. So, 225 yung sales mo para maging 900 divided by 4 for the quarterly is 900,000, 225 for the first quarter, tapos less OSD na 90,000. Ito yung sa first quarter. So, 135 based on the tax table, wala pang tax nyo yun. So, wala ka pang babayaran for the first quarter. For the second quarter, ayan na siya. Magkakaroon na siya. So, ang aanoin mo dyan, 225 for the quarter, less yung 40% ng OSD, 135. Tapos, ipa-plus mo to. Dito siya papasok. So, ang add previous quarter income, so 270. So, ang tax due mo, kasi nga lumagpas na ng 250, may tax due ka na 3,000. So, babayaran mo na to, yung 3,000. Yan. Payment mo na yan sa income tax. So, for the third quarter, same dito, same. So, ito, magkakaroon na ng difference kasi ito na siya. Kasi, na to, third quarter. So, ang previous quarter income mo na is, pwede rin naman dito, yan. Para hindi kayo malito. So, 270 na yung total na accumulated for the previous quarter income, first quarter and second quarter. So, magkano na yung total income mo is 405,000. Total income na to. Tapos, ang less, ang tax yun na niyan, pag 405 is 23,500. So, tapos, since parang accumulated, itong 405 is accumulated na. So, pwede mong ibawas dyan yung payments mo nung last quarter. Ito yon. Yan. Tapos, since 225, and 225 is more than na ng 500,000, which is the threshold of the withholding tax ni Shopee. So, magwi-withhold na siya at magbibigay na siya ng 2307. So, 3,037.5 na siya. So, ayan na, pwede mo na siyang i-less. So, since hindi pa nga nakakapagbigay sa employer ng 2316, wala ka pang mailalagay dyan. So, tsaka ano to, for business lang to. Ito mga quarters na to, for business income lang siya. Mga declaration for your business. Hindi pa siya kasama sa income tax return sa income tax. Yung compensation hindi pa kasama. So, ganyan siya. 23,000 less 3,000 less 3,337 na to 307 from the ayan, is ito na lang yung babayaran mo for the third quarter. So, for annual naman, since ang annual is isang buo na siya, cumulative na. So, 900,000 less yung expenses. Kung itemize ka dito, magbabago kung magkano man lang yung, kung magkano man yung total na expenses mo, allowed expenses, kung itemize Pero kung OSD ito, then net income, 350, ay, hindi. Itong 350 is yung compensation. Yan. Compensation yan hindi, hindi yan. Compensation siya. So, 350 plus 540 is equals to, teka lang. Yan. So, is equals to 890. So, pag OSD ka, 125 yung tax due mo based on the tax rate. Again, ayan siya. Compensation yan. So, ayan. So, magkano na ang nababayaran mo for the previous, magkano na yung nababayaran mo for the previous quarter? So, ito siya, 3,000 plus 17,000 is, ito siya, 20,460. 2.5. Tapos, ito, yung galing sa employer mo, na 15,000. Tapos, ito naman, yung galing kay Shopee for the fourth quarter na lang. Kasi, itong 3 is na-claim na. So, ganyan siya. So, 125 less 20,000 na advance payment mo na ng mga previous quarter less yung 15,000 from 2316 from employer minus again with the 2307 from Shopee. So, for the annual, 83,000 na lang yung babayaran mo. Pero, in total pa rin, pag pinagsama mo to, 3,000 plus 817 plus 85, ang total cash out mo pa rin is 105,950. Kaya sinasabi ko na, kaya ang example ko is laging laging annual kasi parang summary na siya ng kailangan bayaran. So, paano naman for 8% income tax rate natin? So, kanina is graduated tax rate. Ngayon naman, 8% tax rate. So, ano siya? Sales for the quarter, 225, 8%. Magbabayad ka na agad. First quarter pa lang, bayad ka na agad. No, 18,000. So, for the second quarter, ito siya. Net income, sales for the previous quarter. Ganyan siya. 225, naging 450 na. Yan. 8% nun is 36,000. So, ang payments for the last quarter, the previous quarter is 18,000. So, 18,000 na lang yung babayaran mo for second quarter. So, for third quarter, again, business income pa lang to. So, 225 yung sales this quarter plus itong sales mo for the previous quarters. May quarters na dyan kasi dalawang quarters na yun tapos. So, pag pinag-plus mo, 675, 8% nun is 54,000. Ang total na nabayad mo na is 36,000. So, 36,000. Tapos, again, kapag mixed income tax earners ka, hindi allowable yung 250,000 na allowable deduction. So, ganyan siya. So, ganyan siya. Ganyan. So, for income tax return naman natin, yes na yan. So, 14,000 for the third quarter kasi nga, mas mababa na kasi mayroon ng 2307 from Shopee. So, for annual income tax return, kaya yung sinabi ko kanina, 'di ba, para magkaiba yung compensation tsaka ano. Kasi yung sa compensation bayad na siya. So, etong hindi ko na pinakita dito yung sa compensation kasi para nag-offset lang naman. So, 900 plus times 72,000 less ito yung mga payment mo for the last quarter, mga previous quarter. Yan, total niyan is 50. Tapos, ito na yung 2307 from Shopee. So, 16,000 na lang ang babayaran mo for the annual. Pero in total, same lang siya nung tax computation natin na 67,950 yung total cash out mo for income tax return. So, ganun lang siya. Ganun siya hindi naman siya ganun kasimple. Pero ganun yung computation niya. So, ang key takeaways natin, kung mas ma-identify mo yung actual expenses mo at may resibo si supplier, si other expenses, mas makakatipid ka with itemized deduction. Matrabaho lang since lahat ng need ng resibo at need i-record. So, 'di ba kanina ang sinuna natin is 70% is the total expenses. Pero kung kunyari ang total expenses mo is umabot sa 80%, 90%, so mas makakatipid ka with itemized deduction. Kanina kasi 70%, kaya parang mas nakatipid pa with 8%. So, kung convenience ang hanap, hindi mo na kailangan masyado mag-record, hindi mo na kailangan kuha ng supplier invoice, mas okay ang 8% kaysa sa OSD. Kita nyo naman kanina yung difference. Parang malaki yung difference. So, 250,000 na allowable deduction for purely business income or professional is not deductible for income tax earner. For 8% yan for 8%. Yan natin. For 8%. Yan. So, ayan. So, for 8% tax rate, nahati yung quarters ng bayad mo ng income tax, kaya hindi masyado masakit sa bulsa. Sa graduated, magbabayad lang if more than 250k na yung accumulated taxable income for the quarter. So, kanina, 'di ba, parang nakita natin na 85,000 yung annual tax return mo pa, o annual income tax mo na babayaran. While yung sa sa 8% parang nasa 13 or ano na lang, 18. Basta ganun. Basta mas makakamura. 16 ba 'yun? Basta yun. Hindi ko na matandaan. So, yun. Yun lang naman yung key takeaways natin. So, thank you again for listening and subscribing. Pero kung hindi pa kayo nakasubscribe and kung nakatulong sa inyo tong video na to, please like, share, and subscribe para makatulong na din po kayo sa amin na dumami yung subscribers. And makatulong din po tayo sa iba to know or para magkaroon po ng idea about mixed income earners. Pa-share po sa kanila. Thank you po. Maraming salamat and God bless. Ang YouTube channel natin is Out plus F Travel. Thank you po. God bless ulit. See you on the next topic.